Hey guys, it's me, Brandon again. Today I'd like to talk about the steps that you can do to not the steps. Today I want to make like a full guide or something. A sleep guide, basically. Alright, so a little bit about myself. I used to have like the worst sleep that anybody could have. I would, literally before I went into NoFap, I couldn't sleep without having a FAP. I was like, it was so bad that like it take me genuinely 2 hours laying in bed, and for these 2 hours it was like the worst because I was like, oh my god, I might as well just go back and do a video because I'm not gonna sleep anyways. It was like just regret over and over. Nothing of it went well. But then after I went into NoFap, it was also hard because it was really easy to sleep after. You have a sleep fab. You, like when you think about it, it's fucking draining for you. So because of this, I ended up like having a actual like couldn't sleep. I'll be in bed for like 11, not even 11 hours. Be in bed for like 9 hours, and I was like, oh well, I went to bed for 9 hours today. I got like 6 hours of sleep, and because of this, I was like freaking 5'4". I'm 5'11" now because I've slept so much. I was so short at the time, and like my muscles, they weren't even developed, man. After hitting the gym more, or I'm not gonna take off the bathroom because that, but like with all of that, I think that it really just was such a thing for me to go for because when I finally got a sleep routine, God, it was like heaven. Yeah, there was like a full week of euphoria that I can remember. Every day I was like, oh, I'm gonna have some of the best sleep, dude. Like I slept 9 hours yesterday, bro. You don't even. I stayed in bed for 11 hours. Well, actually, no, that's not true. More like 10 hours. I'm actually pretty efficient at that now. Actually, basically, yeah, now it is 11 hours that I'm in bed. But I sleep for like 9 or 10. And then it's like, dude, after that, you just stayed very well. I got into a habit of, like, I had myself a little routine. I'll make a video later on about that of my own. Alright. And because of that, I'm now 5'11". I can squat 95 pounds when I can barely squat myself, like just myself, my own body weight. Barely could squat before. Now I can squat, do a back squat with a bar and 225 pounds on it. Which over a year, I know that doesn't seem like much, but from how much of a loser I was, I had so much improvement. And because of this, I hope that you also see very similar improvement too. Because of the fact of how if you get into this, you're also going to have a much better life. Alright, well, let's talk about how to get better sleep. Let me tell you some tips. Well, not really tips. These are like things that you should do no matter what. Like after this, I want you to follow at least 6 of the 7 things I'm going to tell you because these are very important for you to do. Alright, number 1, it's just lowering your room's temperature down. Your body, this is because whenever you're trying to sleep, your body naturally, like it goes down 2 degrees internally. So whenever you have a hot room to sleep in, it makes you have to sweat. Nobody really likes sleeping in sweat. Sleeping in sweat. Lost my English there. So because of that, it's so uncomfortable. I know. I mean, like if good for you if you like sleeping in sweat, but that is disgusting for me to do. I hate doing it. So a really easy way to not have that happen at all is just to have the AC like in your room, so it's like not like it's like a hot low temperature, but you just need to have it where it's like you're not sweating. And shoot, if you want to, you could even just like put it at like semi low if you know you're gotta go like an economical way. You can just go semi low, and you can end up turning on the. I mean, you can just put on like a bed sheet over you, not even like a blanket. So that's a really good way to do that because when you're trying to sleep, if you have a warm room, it's kind of going against the 2 degrees down. I don't know, your internal temperature. So it's like constantly elevating it. If you don't have that in a good temperature, you're just gonna screw yourself over. So that's it for it. Number 2. All right. So for this, it would be to lower your light level in your room, specifically like blue light. If you can, get blackout curtains because I don't know if sunlight is blue light, but I know that if you have sunlight, going into your room, you're not going to get ready for sleeping, for the unwinding. So if you do that, like let's say you have let me get close to the camera. Having y'all seen anything under? All right, like see that, like the curtain. If let's say I was sleeping in here, I'd have to turn off the lights, have the AC, like the light on it. That's currently off right now. Well, the AC's off. Have that light on it turned off while it's on. Turn off that little box right there, and turn off the light from that TV. And still, then there's a lot of stuff in this room right now that could cause that. So I'd say you'd also should refer to the 5 ways to improve sleep. I had a little trick of just getting a card like this, and then just getting a Sharpie. I don't have one right now. Just scribble over it. Make it where there's a black dot that's really able to absorb light. And if you do that, you can really make a good environment for sleeping. And because if you don't know how this works, it's because of your circadian rhythm. Whenever your circadian rhythm, it realizes that there is a lowering of light. It's oh shoot, it's turning nighttime. All right, well, get ready for bed. And if you don't make your room good with that, and have the there's even a little light right here on my camera that I'm using right now. So happy I have this thing. It's like an HD. It's not mine, it's my brother's. He wanted to become a streamer. I don't blame him for that. That would have been a good idea if he made it, or even recorded some stuff. But because of that, if you don't make your room good for it. Over there's even kind of one of those new bug zappers that's all light. You do not want to have anything that makes light in your room. Shoot, even studies show that just having a tiny candle in the corner of your room will ruin your sleep. Well, not ruin, but it'll definitely ruin the quality. Alright, well, let's get to number 3. Number 3, avoid, stimulating stuff before bed. I'd say the best things for you to avoid movies. I know, family movie time, and my family loves to do it. But I hate that I watch them. Because whenever you watch a movie, afterwards, your mind's oh my god, this adventure just happened. Or it thinks that your body thinks that this thing just happened to you. But it didn't. And because of this, you're still in your body is still fatigued from the day, but your mind is awake, which wakes up your body. And because of this, you won't be able to go to sleep. The best thing for you to avoid movies, video games, shoot, even studying. I hate the idea of studying before going to bed. I can count on my hand the amount of times I've studied before going to bed, and I hate that schools make kids do that because it just ruins their sleep. And kids have like 6 hours every day, and then schools are like, why are these kids so short and like not even underweight, they're overweight, but they're like underdeveloped. So these three things will screw you over. You do this, and you're screwed. Now, one good thing that you can replace like the entertaining with is reading. It's a really good way. I'd say go into self-improvement books, but really any book that you read is actually going to improve the quality of your sleep. Just don't make it something that like entertains you too much. I read self-improvement books before going to bed, and I'm currently on How to Win Friends and Influence People by the great man Dale Carnegie. So don't stimulate yourself no matter what. No matter if it's food, screen. I don't know about how sex works. I don't have. I'm a virgin. So that one's probably fine. But yeah, all that stuff is just bad for you, especially like watching shows, because your brain is going to like think that you just did something awesome. You know, let's say you watch something about saving the world. Your brain's going to be like, I just saved the world. Well, it's not. The like dumbest part of your brain, the most ancient part, is going to think that, and it's going to make your body think that. And because of this, you know, you're just going to keep on thinking, and then you're going to be like that version of me that's like in bed for like 2 hours, went to bed at 9 o'clock, and was thinking until 12. Well, went to bed at like 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and is thinking about random crap that's literally not going to help him until 12. 11:30 if he's lucky. So because of this, I would say that just don't do it. It's so crappy for your sleep, and it's not even worth it. You get more joy out of your day just by like having a good amount of sleep. People are like, oh, I sleep like 6 hours a night because I like you know that 1/3 of your life is spent sleeping. And then they, because of that, they want to make it like 1/4 or 1/5 of their life sleeping, and then they're gonna ruin the other 4 or 5ths or 3/4 of their life because they just have such crappy like ideas on how to sleep. You might as well have a good 2/3 of your life than have a crappy 3/4 of it. Sorry for the rant there. Well, that's it for that part. Number 4. Use gratitude journaling, which is really the one I use. It's my favorite one. I wrote like a page on yesterday. Today's 25th. Yesterday was actually my self-improvement birthday, my first one, because I have officially been on a year of this. And I did about an entire page of why I'm happy that I got into self-improvement. So there are two things that you can do. You can go with gratitude journaling, which is very nice because you think about all the happy stuff that happened in the day, and because of that, your body's like thinking, oh, okay, I'm safe now. I'm not gonna die. That's why like your brain basically it thinks, if I keep this guy stressed, he's not gonna die, and I'm gonna get to pass on my genes. But then it realizes, okay, it's like the nice hour, so let's cool down a little bit. So you can either use gratitude journaling, which I think is a much better form, or the 3 good things rule. I've just heard about this one recently, but it genuinely just sounds like gratitude journaling, but like a little bit less than, you know, think about it like it's gratitude journaling is here, and you know, it's just like, oh, it's almost there, but it's not really as good. I'd say that if you're getting into it, you might as you might as well use the 3 good things rule. Write 3 of the really good things that happened today. Makes you feel good. You're like, oh, I'm so happy I talked to that guy today. We had a very good conversation, and I genuinely enjoyed speaking to him, and I believe that he also enjoyed speaking to me. So we both gained something from that conversation. Whether it was from politics, self-improvement, or just the fact that it's like the end of the school year. Something that everybody loves. Now, I'd say that, like, just write what you're happy about, because whenever you do that, your brain just starts to become so much less stressed. It goes from, like, oh my god, what's that? Because, like, you're basically constantly having to pay attention to stuff, and when you think about it, having a bad attention span is terrible for you because of the fact that, like, if you had a bad attention span back, like, when you had to hunt for food, you'd starve to death, buddy. You'd end up dying. You could either be killed by another man or by an animal that you're hunting, because you went, look at that butterfly. Or you were, like, too focused on, one of the women in your tribe. So because of this, I would say that it's just not useful for you to make it's useful to end up going into gratitude journaling and writing good things, because just writing, it's like therapeutic, because you end up thinking about all the good things that happened today, and you're like, I had a good day. I genuinely didn't have, like, a bad day. Most people, like, I bet that if most people were to write down, like, the good things that happened in their day, they would think that they had at least, like, 9 out of every 10 days they'd think is a good day. Shoot, maybe, like, 2 out of every 30 are bad. And that's good. So I'd say that is basically the reason why I think you should do it, because when you're writing it makes you happy, it helps your mental health and your sleep, so it also helps your physical health, not just that's the stuff that's going on in here. But this is where you need to start before you go onto your body. Because if you think that you can tackle onto stuff that for your body before you even fix your mental health, dude, it's not going to work, because if that was how it was, then you would have already fixed your body, but you have crap mental health. So if you do this, you'll also have better mental health. Alright, that's it for number 4. Alright, so for number 5, I would say get, like, something that you can put onto your glasses. This is a really bad pair for, actually, I think that, I'd say if you have a pair like this, I've heard that they have driving pairs that are made to, like, get out the glare. Those might work for this type of glasses. But, like, there are, I've shown it before on camera. I have a pair that's, like, this big. Only goes, like, on kind of like the top half of my glasses here, but with my other one, it goes all over it, and it basically it, like, lowers the blue light that can get into your eye. And it's kind of, like, funny, because if you think about it, your eye is just, like, the best. Whatever you see definitely, like, controls when you're gonna go to bed. Because if you, like, look at all the stimulating stuff, you're not gonna go to bed until, like, 3 hours later. But, like, if your room is dark, you have, like, a sleeping mask like this, which is the other item I'm going to talk about, and like the tiny little LED candle that you have on your chest because you're reading right now is, like, really low, you're gonna sleep amazing. You're gonna sleep, 10 minutes, you're gonna be in bed. Not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes, dude. That's basically how it is for me. Rarely I go for, like, 20 minutes. And the other item is this, because you can only control what you see when you're awake, but when you're asleep, you're asleep, you're in the most vulnerable state that you could be. But apparently, studies have shown that like your environment, like things that you can put stuff over your eyes and like it genuinely helps you. Mine says wake me up for wine. I don't agree with that, but I think that's pretty funny. Got it from Dollar Tree. So if you don't have one, you can like go and ask your parents, hey, I'm really trying to go, hey mom and dad, I'm really trying to like get better sleep because I want to make my health better and I want to live a better life. So could whenever we go to Dollar General, could y'all please buy me a sleeping mask for me to use for bed? And if you're, why would you? There's not much of a reason for your parents to say no because they're gonna realize that their kid is trying to like genuinely improve their life here, and if they can actually help their kid become a better person. So I'd say like shoot 1 out of 30 times they'll probably say yeah. I mean 1 out of 30 times they'll say no, and 29 out of 30 times they'll say yes. So I'd say should definitely get one of the and for the glasses pair, I think it's a little bit pricey. I think they're like I don't know how much they are. My dad bought me a pair because it was like his old pair because my mom and dad they like watch movies before going to bed. It's not good for their sleep, but that's their decision. But he ended up getting me a little pair for his because he got himself a much bigger thing for his glasses. And I'm going to look into how to like get something for this. But I have to say one thing. If you're like feeling really drowsy and like and you kind of know in the back of your mind that you're not going to be able to like, let's say, read this page of the book, I'd say try your best, but remember, your ego will never be, if you were up here and at your ego, and your ego is going to be at the same level at here. If you go down here and like your status, your ego is still going to think, oh dude, I'm this awesome guy, man. It's why like, it's kind of like, the ego of like, let's say the guy his life peaked in high school. He's gonna think, oh yeah, I'm on all this crap. But if you don't dissolve your ego, you're gonna screw yourself. So I want to give that with that part. Get one of these, Let me demonstrate how to put this on for whoever is in need of knowing that. If you don't have ears, that's alright. Has a strap on it. And you can get yourself an accessory. If you don't wear glasses, get yourself a pair of glasses that is just fully blue light protected, which is better because I'd rather have better eyes than just have to wear like glasses at nighttime. Well, that's for number 5. Okay, this is something that I really recommend. Don't eat at all before you go to bed because snacking. The whole entire idea of snack culture is so messed up. I used to snack all the time, and because of that, I also used to have really crappy sleep. My mom, she makes these. She's Brazilian, but she makes some of the best quesadillas. She usually does it right before bed, so that's not good for her. But I had the habit where whenever I smell the quesadilla being made, when I was, on my video games, talking to my friends, hey guys, on Xbox. I actually sold my PS4 3 days ago. That was good. Because of that, I would say that that also adds to your weight gain. It makes you fatter. It can give you gynecomastia. This crap. This is that does not leave you. That I need surgery for that. I want you to know that gynecomastia is something that you need surgery to get rid of because it's not fat. It's like tit tissue. You need to actually go to a doctor and have them get a really hot knife, cut right over the nipple, and then just cut your stuff out.
think Hamza, he actually like either 2 months ago he got it done, so that's really good for him. So I'd say don't have any food because it's gonna mess with your hormones, which if you're a man, that's gonna make you I don't know some depolarized thing. Saw one of the guys in my school at Chick-fil-A. He's working there. I hope he doesn't watch this, but if he is, I want you to know, man, I cannot tell if you are a guy or a girl. Like, I think he's a guy, but he's one of those guys who hangs around girls and is so depolarized that I'm pretty sure that he's like his estrogen and testosterone levels are right in the middle, and he sounds like an actual woman. It's messed up. You don't want to be like that guy because that guy doesn't even know what he's doing wrong. You, after this video, you're actually going to know what you're doing wrong, which is amazing because now you're going to like your life is better after this video. Like, even though I think YouTube is bad to watch, if you watch something that actually helped you, your life just got better. So I'm happy that you're watching this. And remember that snacking is just the worst thing because if you just like how I made a video on the steps to not by one step that lost me 30 pounds, you're gonna have to like look at it's snacking that did it. I was so lucky that I sold candy at the time because I cared about money more than I did about eating like junk food, and that's amazing. So because of that, I would say don't snack. That should be this rule. Don't even snack at all. You not work to this goal because this is a very hard one to overcome. All right, but that's number 6. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, this is number 6. Let's talk about number 7. Number 7. All right, so this probably doesn't like go to my. Hopefully, the audience that's my age, but if it does, if there's anybody who's watching this and is older, don't drink alcohol before bed because even though it makes you like sleep better, like my parents, I know that I've done so much research on this to this point that like I've found out that it's so bad. And even though people say, "Oh, I need some like a beer before bed," yeah, it'll help you sleep. Like it stops your ability to get restorative sleep, which is what you want as a young man, because that's also because that's like what keeps you from feeling like drained all the time and helps you build muscle. If I could pull this thing off and not get demonetized, I'll show you. I've made a lot. Yeah, it doesn't look like much, but compared to a guy who couldn't even squat, he's got to compete, eat at the gym, compete against your younger self, and you'll be better. And compete against others. Don't compare. But if you do that, you're going to end up screwing it up. Because if it doesn't allow you to get restorative sleep, which is more important than just getting sleep hours, because we don't even know why we sleep, but if out of anything, we know a few things. It helps us restore crap. And it's like a cleaning up thing. It cleans up like your brain, apparently, like some hormone in here that keeps going up and up the more you're awake. So it's for restoring and it's to rest. If you're not getting either of those, you might as well just go and like not sleep until you die. Like that's actually, you might as well do that because you're not going to like live a good life. You'd actually suffer less if you died right now. If you're something like that, I would have suffered less if I didn't even make this channel after a actual year of self-improvement. I would have been better dying yesterday because of that. Because I'll tell you one thing, I would not have anything to live for. And I don't think that if you're not going to go into self-improvement and like you actually don't want to do this, I want you to get off of this channel. Because even though I have like 0 views right now, at the time that I'm recording this, I don't want anybody who is just watching this just so they can end up having the, oh, I feel so good because I'm trying to improve myself. But you're trying, you're not doing. That's the problem. If you try, you don't deserve a participation award. Shoot, I was even going to football at the start with like a participation award mindset. Your mind is screwing with you, and you are pretty damn weak according to your mind. If you go on to like just go and buy a course, your life will become so much better. Shoot, I didn't even say buy. I'd say buy anybody's course. At least as long as they're above you, it doesn't matter because they're actually helping you, and it doesn't matter if like you're losing money because of this. This is crap I actually want to like say to some people. A few of my friends drink alcohol, and they are genuinely screwing themselves. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the F word here yet. I'm gonna just put this video, not for kids, but. That's it for alcohol, because it's really unhealthy habit. I'd say you gotta, it's an addiction, which I believe I think that you can quit it, but I also think that you have to progressively overload it. Because if you don't progressively overload it, it's gonna be like when they made alcohol illegal in the U.S. And if you've studied that part of history, then you're gonna know. People went wild. It was a terrible time. Holy crap. The wet and the dry. I'm so damn sweaty right now. This room is hot. I actually, like 10 minutes into the video, on like my second pause, I ended up like closing that window over there just so it's quiet in here and so nobody can hear my screaming outside. But like, all I got right now is like this ceiling fan and that AC is off, so I'm like extremely sweaty. I'm gonna go take a shower after this. I stink. If you stink, you should also go. Take this as your actionable step for this video. Go take a shower, stinky. Because I'm gonna do that. Cold shower. Hopefully cold shower. I don't think, if you know where I'm at. We're in Texas right now, and we have a pretty hot heat wave. I'm pretty sure it's like been an advisory alert like every day for like the past 60 days. Like, hey, it's too hot to go outside. Don't be out for too long. You could actually die. There was a mailman who died like a month ago due to heat stroke. Those things don't have anything like for AC. Alright, well, I'm just gonna wrap up this video. Thank you if you watched this, because it's really not my work. It's what y'all help me. This is a dream thing to happen. It's not been achieved yet, but I believe that through all the people who I'm trying to help, because I want to help people. That's like one of the best reasons why I joined this, is because I just want people around me to like become better, and I love being around guys who are like genuinely into self-improvement, because I've been around like people who are crap. Shoot, that's kind of the people who I sold candy and snacks to. Crap people. Luckily, the people who they're not crap. One of my good friends who we went on a drive earlier, like a few weeks ago. He didn't buy from me for a while. I'm happy that he didn't buy from me, because I don't want my friends to be buying from me. I don't want them to be customers. I want them to be allies. But I also want to help people, and there's not really enough. And if you don't, and funny thing, if you don't like self-improvement coaching, it's actually really good, because of the way of how, since you pay money for this, you're actually going to like pay attention to this. They're like I used to sell the thing for like $5 an hour. God, I had to make it more expensive, because now at least people like respect the price it's at. It's at a very respectable price, and I give stuff for that. So I would like you to know about my self-improvement coaching. Brandon, I help men young men get to my level as I become a higher level. Man, I don't know. I don't know what the dating marketplace value crap is. I just know I'm in a bathrobe right now in a hot room, in a really hot room, sweating in a bathrobe that's pretty stinky. I've left it in here for the last few days. So, and if you really want to help yourself, not just me, because at the end of the day, I just want to help you. I also want to make money, but I want to help people. That's my purpose for this. I didn't want to just sell stuff to people and ruin their lives. I want to help people now, like make them do steps that are like helpful for their body and for their mind. If they can do stuff for their mind, they can do stuff for their body. That's why I'm going to stuff like sleep right now. I'm not the best at stuff for my body right now. That's why I don't think I should be talking about that. But I also know stuff about testosterone and crap. So if you really want to help yourself, you can actually check out my Adonis link. Adonis school link. It's getting hard to think in here because it's so hot. It's sweating. Maybe I'm losing too many fluids. I'm gonna go drink some water. So go to Adonis school. You can go and actually learn stuff from a man who is thousands of times greater than I am. You probably won't even see this video because his time is actually worth money. If he were to make a coaching call, that'd be thousands of dollars for him to do it for an hour. Well, I'm happy that I've said this to you. Like the Marines say, pain is just weakness leaving the body.